everybody, Vinyl Martini here. I'm going to do a contest entry for Vinyl Richie, who is celebrating 11 years in the VC. Now, that's a long time. He's one of the granddaddies of the VC. So this is going to be kind of a satirical video entry to that contest. And as we all know, his favorite NFL team is the New York Jets. And to quote the great man himself, what a loser. Anyways, he wants us to show some records with an aeronautical theme. That's a pretty big word. Anyways, I'm going to show 11 records that have something to do with airplanes or jets or whatever you want to, however you want to put it. And the first record that came to mind was this one. And this is Wings Over America. So the cover is a jet or an airplane. I guess it's the tour plane for Paul McCartney's 1976 concert series. And I thought I had Band on the Run, but I don't. But the song I'm thinking about is Jet from that record. And it's pretty damn good. This is a triple record, easy to find. And actually, if you have this record, you probably don't need any other Paul McCartney record because it's basically a best of greatest hits. He does some other songs on here. He does a nice copy of Richard Corey on here. There's some crappy songs on here. Turds, as he would say. But most of them are pretty good. What do I do? Listen to what the man said. Oh, did he have to do that one? Anyways, that's my first choice. Wings Over America. Next up, no plane on the cover of this, but they do a great version. This is Nazareth, Loud and Proud, and they do a great version of This Flight Tonight by Joni Mitchell. Heard it on the radio. I was listening to some classic rock in the car the other day, and I just had to turn it up. That's a great song. It seems to be the only song, Nazareth song, they play on classic rock here, but they do lots of other great songs. But anyways, This Flight Tonight by Joni Mitchell, great version of it from Loud and Proud by Nazareth. Next up is their plane. There's not a plane on here, but there's a little helicopter on here. And this is Brian Eno's 1973 record, Here Come the Warm Jets. Kind of if you've been sitting in the stadium watching a football game or something and you've had a couple of beverages, it's like when you finally make your way down to the bathroom, that's kind of the relief you get. Here Come the Warm Jets. A pretty good record. Most of Roxy Music is on here. This is just after he left Roxy Music. And this is his first record, I think. Yeah, I think it's his first record. It's a pretty damn good one. Yeah, dude. You'll like that one. Here Come the Warm Jets by Eno. Next up is an album called Captain Lougheed and the Starfighters. It's a concept album by Robert Calvert. Bob Calvert is the lead singer from Hawkwind. And this is, like I said, it's a concept album. And it concerns the rebuilding of the West German Air Force. And they bought some jets from Lockheed. Lockheed, and the jet was called the Lockheed Starfighter. And the German Army, or the German Air Force, expected some modifications, but the modifications made this plane, there you go, there's 3 of them right there, really, really difficult to handle. And they used to be, a lot of them crashed. And they used to call the plane the Flying Coffin. But there's some great songs. Most of Hawkwind's on this album. And it's got all the words on here. And there's dialogue in between the songs. And it gives you all the dialogue. That's a pretty damn good record, dude. Yeah, if you're a Hawkwind fan, you see this one around, pick it up. You won't regret it. Cool record. Next up, JJKL. It's called Travel Log. Well, there's a plane there. Not a jet. single propeller plane flying over a big city. Some people say J.J. Cale songs are all the same. All his albums are the same, but maybe there's some truth in that. But I love J.J. Cale, and there's some pretty good songs on there. He recorded this in between 1984 and 1899. Hold on. Let's try that again. He recorded this between 1984 and 1989. He took a little bit of a hiatus, and this is a result of his little hiatus. Excellent record. Hard to find, actually. You don't see it around very much. Great record, J.J. Cale, with the plane on it. Next up, an album by The Beat. In America, they were called the English Beat because there was a band, an American band called The Beat, so they couldn't call themselves The Beat. In England, they called themselves The Beat. But this is a British copy, and here it is. They're just coming off their plane, British Airlines plane. Pretty damn good record. Dude, classic record coming up. How about Blue Oyster Cult? Don't know what type of jet this is on the cover, but there's the band beside the jet. The album's called Secret Treaties. I think this is their second album, maybe their third, but it's from 1974. Pretty damn good before they started all the cowbells nonsense and became more of a pop band. But there you go. Love that. Love that record. Love that band, actually. Next up, a band called Wishbone Ash. This is a 1973 double live album. It's like a greatest hits album. This is a really, really good live album to get. I'm not a big fan of live albums, but you can see that there's the plane up top, and there's the shadow of the plane there on the desert floor. Excellent record, actually. Love Wishbone Ash, and it's called Double Live Dates Album. Double album, live dates. There you go. Next up is a record that I bought in Maui for $1. The band's called X15. The album title is called Blueprint, and there is a blueprint of the X15 on there. And when I was checking out on this band, it said that they were kind of pre-grunge. They're from Washington State. But when I listened to it, I don't hear any grunge on here. Just a kind of a middle road rock album. It's pretty good though. Yeah. Anyways, for $1, it's in great shape. X15. Next up, and for modesty's sake, I've shown this record without the little thing I've put on for modesty's sake here. But there is a chrome airplane on there. Continuing the theme. Great record, classic record. The only one they put out, of course, is a super group with Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Ginger Baker, Rick Gretsch. Seen this 1,000 times before, but still, great album. And a friend of mine used to have an ashtray, like an ashtray on a stand, and on the handle there was an airplane, like a propeller airplane, a really classic antique ashtray. Of course, ashtrays are not politically correct anymore. But there you go, Blind Faith. And I was reading about this today online, and a lot of people claim that this was Ginger Baker's daughter. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, that's pretty sick. Next up and last, number 11, is Led Zeppelin's first record. There was a couple of explosions in the 60s, albums-wise. The first one was Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? It was released in 67. This was released in 69. And heavy music would not be the same after those two albums were released. So, favorite of mine, Led Zeppelin. There's the Hindenburg, of course, blew up. There, it's blowing up right there. Anyways, that's all I got. Congratulations on 11 years, Richie. And yeah, that's all I got. See you later, everybody. Go Jets!